And so you as citizens provide the impetus and the guides that will keep us all going and keep our city what it has been, what it is now, and what it shall be in the future, because this city is a great city. We're not only the biggest city in the state, but we're marvelous. And this honor today, I can never begin to thank all of you enough. There are other people like Rick Rowe, he and Amy Woodson have worked so hard on this event today. Eddie Barnes has been my friend for life. He's put up with my complaining and carrying on over the years. I just hope he didn't record any of it, because he could blackmail me. Because some days when I got really down and out, you know, I said some things, I didn't really say them, Eddie. And with that, I think my son has a few words he wants to say, and he's a much better speaker and knows more what to say and what not to say than I do. He learned his job well. Martin works out in Portland, and I promised him I'd let him say just a few words, and I asked Cindy, and she said it would be fine. Thank you for coming, and thank you for participating. It's been a great pleasure and a great road to travel. Thank you.
Hi, as my mom just said, I'm Martin McClanan. I'm Reba's eldest son, and I just thought it would be appropriate. It's such a wonderful thing, this tribute to her and to my mother's work through the years. I thought it would be nice to express some of that thanks here today on behalf of our family. I'd like to apologize to my mom for not getting a haircut before I came this week, but I promise I'll take care of that next week. But I'd also like to, more importantly, I'd like to thank the mayor, both mayors who were in attendance today, Vice Mayor Jones, and the many public people that were part of the city who are here to pay tribute to my mom. The way that she's been treated with respect and appreciation for all of her efforts is just really commendable. It's a real comment on the quality of the individuals that are part of this city. So, growing up in a family with two politicians as parents, I never had any idea how strange it was until later in life. I remember in high school talking to my mom, and she'd ask me to take messages for anybody who called, and I remember the constituent call where the person confused their First Amendment right to free speech with their ability to park a Winnebago in their front yard, and talking for 30 minutes and asking me to take a message for her. On our family vacations, I remember going to Houston and having comments like, well, they've got a great rodeo here, but their zoning is just atrocious. And then and another thing I remember her saying was, well, she never said this, but she would say, where most parents would say things like, just because your friends are going to jump off a cliff doesn't mean you should. My mother would say things like, just because Norfolk wants light rail doesn't mean you should want it too. So, looking back where my mom comes from, you can really get an appreciation for the context for the strong convictions that we've heard talked about today. Growing up with she and my father, it was really clear that there's no reason that you can't achieve anything you want to in this life. She came from dirt poor roots as the daughter of a Kentucky coal miner, and somehow she managed to figure out a way to be the first one in her family to go to college. And somehow the thing that shocks people the most is the fact that she never had a telephone in her house until she went to college, and she's been making up for it ever since. Somehow, even with these modest roads, she managed to get a master's degree, visit more than 60 countries, have 3 children with 8 college degrees among us, hold leadership roles in many civic organizations, and obviously the service that she provided for the city of Virginia Beach. This all came from my mom's tenacity, her intellect, and I think one of her most remarkable qualities is her ability to work with people of all opinions and stripes. Reba is not a person who believes in settling and this life is necessary. For those of you who worked with her on City Council, I heard her stated earlier, she can be a little stubborn at times, and I might have used less generous terms in my high school years. But when when we look back at it, the things she cared about, it really made a difference for our family and for the city. I think the most wonderful thing, the attribute of my mom, is the fact that she really has a genuine interest in people, and she treats the most powerful person, or the most person from a very modest rung in life, with an earnest respect and interest in what they have to say. And I think that sort of view of the world is really what fuels the compassion and empathy that sort of fuels her policies. I truly believe in her. I mean, some of the things that I wrote down that I think are, sort of represent who my mom is that she really knows that the best government is a government that really works with the citizens, the businesses, and the government. I mean, to find the right policy that reflects everybody's interest accurately. She passionately believes that trees and gardens and parks are an essential part of any community. She believes that education is essential to prioritize for a city to be able to thrive. She believes that I've heard many times her talk about how the respect for the people visiting the city as a resort community, it's so essential to respect them with the security they need, with the beautification they deserve, and the quality of experience that they need in order to have a great experience. And one thing that I know is true is that my mother doesn't believe that a classic Jeffersonian democracy includes a lot of neon and billboards. As I conclude, I'd just like to thank all of you for being here today to tribute to my mother, and a well-deserved one. And it's a real tribute to you for the understanding of her commitment to this city. So thank you for being here today, and thank you all for helping.
Dedication ceremony. I would like to welcome all of you all to the new Reba S. McClanan Fragrance Garden.